Hi, I'm Jason. If you're new here, welcome to the Homestead. Let's get you caught up. We decided it was time to build our forever home because the house we bartered for needed too many repairs, and even if we were to fix it all up, it would still be too small for the 7 of us. But we didn't have the money to build conventionally, so we decided building out of the rocks on our property was the way to go. We started excavating this hill by hand, back-breakingly making almost no progress. Realizing how soft and weak I'd become, I signed the whole family up for jiu-jitsu classes. To make things on this project go faster, I decided to make use of some of the scrap metal I'd been curating for the last few years and started building a skid steer. Then busted a rib in jiu-jitsu, slowing things even more. I made a money counter to track every dollar spent on this project, only to have super dry conditions and fires breaking out all around us put a stop to the welding and grinding on this project altogether. I may have taken on too much. This is Seven Kin Homestead's Rock Rich. Just when we thought we had a couple months left of this hot, dry, fire weather, caught a break.
It's just ice!
Oh my gosh.
Of course, that break was marble-size hail in the middle of July.
Oh my god, the pieces are even bigger.
Whoa! And the wind changed. Now it's blowing toward me. Oh my gosh.
I've never seen a rainstorm quite like that here. It just kept going and going and going.
Wow.
And going.
So once the storm blows through and all the puddles on the ground are a little drier, because welding in puddles is like no me gusta, we'll be able to make some progress on the skid steer. So through the magic of editing, we'll make hay while the sun's shining.
As the clouds gather, watch the colors bloom. The streets come alive, shake off the gloom. With the tuba thump and a lively tune, we'll dance through the night, neath the silver moon. All the good times roll, let the laughter ring. Underneath the neon, feel the joy we bring.
Feels good to be making progress on this. There's been so much that's been going on that has caused any forward motion on really anything to just come grinding to a halt.
When the rain goes down, it's a magic show. The puddles dance and the trumpets blow. Oh, accordion twirls as the good times flow. Let the real thing roll, let it joy just grow. Oh, the good times roll. Cheer. In the heart of the street, we have nothing fear.
Now, this is not exactly the material that I'd like to use for the part that I'm building on the skid steer right now, but you gotta make do with what you have when you're building something like this out of your junk pile.
The skies turn gray, we won't hide away. We'll grab our friends and dance, let the music sway. Now with the tubers walk round and the twilight glow, every raindrop's a reason for our spirits to grow. Worn up with times grow, every drop of cheer in the names of our relative friends. All the good times grow, every laughter is underneath the neon to feel that joy we bring.
It's nice to see Jason's able to make progress again because he's getting a little antsy. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of nice to have him out of the house for a little bit. So yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Water should be coming out of there. Fantastic.
And I'm making good progress.
So I think the pump died.
Okay. Well, let's go look at it. Was the lid already open? Did you just come out here and open this? It was open.
It was open.
Random hailstorms in July, torrential rains, and electronics don't mix. All right, we got 2.3 volts. That's like a dead short of some kind. You should write that down. I'm pretty sure when the torrential rainfall came down, like the itsy bitsy spider, I'm pretty sure all this stuff, which is not waterproof, which is why this had a roof on it.
Awesome.
Well, we have a backup power system, so we can at least plug it in to that, and I can probably rewire all this stuff to charge that with the solar panels, because they wouldn't have been damaged. So it's not one thing, it's another. Let's try her out. Yep, that should have kicked on. We try to have backups for all the main systems, but wouldn't you know, we don't have an extra pump. Like something bashed the cap off of it.
Hail.
Could have been hail. Awesome. Guess we'll have to get a new one.
Yay, 2 Christmases.
Oh, you're always a source of sunshine in my life. It's nobody's fault. Okay?
The irony is, I'm 100% sure Jason left the pump open, but don't tell him I said so.
I don't want you to blame yourself.
Yep. And Jason wasn't home when it started raining, and I know that's the type of thing that's on his radar and mine. Silence. It's been jammed. How dare he give me the raspberry?
Ugh.
All right.
Well, luckily, until we can get a pump, because we're going to have to go into town, and I don't think they're open today. Luckily, our tank is higher than the garden and the house, so we can gravity feed. We'll use teamwork, the power of friendship, and gravity to get water to where it needs to go. We're just going to have no pressure. And that's going to be our temporary fix for this.
All right.
Yeah. Welcome to Off-Grid Living, where you're your own utility company and power company and sheriff. Like the contemporary Pixar film, Meet the Robinsons. We celebrate our failures and we keep moving forward. You know, or whatever.
Sometimes the road gets rough, but I keep my head high. Finding strength in the struggle, I refuse to say goodbye. Thinking with my heart and the beat in my soul. I rise like the sun, always keeping it whole. We gon' rise up, no matter how far we roam. We roam. Together we're stronger, we make this place home. Sometimes life ain't easy, but I take a breath. Each twist and turn, gotta dodge the scratch. Canvas up dreams, painting visions bold. In the struggle, I find diamonds in the cold. Holding on tight while the world feels unkind. Moving through the shadows, leaving doubts behind. With each step forward, I embrace the fight. Chase the stars, illuminate my night. We rise up, never let life bring us down. Bring us down. With every challenge, we wear our crown. Wear our crown. We rise up, never let life bring us down. Bring us down. With every challenge, we wear our crowns. Wear our crowns. We rise up, never let life bring us down. Bring us down. With every challenge, we wear our crowns.
So something nobody taught me when I first started welding was that if you weld on galvanized steel and you're not wearing any kind of a mask, you will get sick from it and you'll be sick for months. And it's horrible. And that's why I'm wearing a dust mask for that. It seems like it's the wrong application, but even something like an N95 mask will prevent you from getting sick welding on galvanized. Oh, you thought this was going smoothly. I mean, look at the look on my face. No doubt it's going to be easy going from now on, right? Well, the very next day, something happened that basically kicked Cari and I in the teeth, and it was so unexpected that neither Cari nor I even thought to get any footage of it. So Cari and I put together this dramatic reenactment for you so that you can still follow along, but I need to make one thing clear. This is exactly what happened. There I was, leaving jiu-jitsu, happy as a clam because I hadn't been choked out in the first 10 seconds of any of my rolls that day. I was ready to start my 40-minute drive home for a hot meal when all of a sudden, engine power reduced. The truck would hardly even move. I knew it was probably the throttle position sensor because GM made the worst one of those of all time. You'll never be able to fix me because I have a secret weapon. But because I never listened to that voice that says you can't, I took a quick trip to the parts store and the real fight began. What could go wrong? Like I said, you're never gonna fix me. What you don't know is I've done bigger DIY projects than you, and I've been doing jiu-jitsu for the last 4 months. Combate! Taste my proprietary software attack. Tap, tap, tap. Oh. The damn thing wouldn't manually go into learn mode. Victory! So I limped it to a local mechanic who swore over the phone that he could fix it. But he couldn't. No. Stop! So, a 90-mile tow to the closest dealership. And in my weakened state, I wasn't able to fend off their tactics. And the worst part was, all we could do was drop it off with absolutely no estimate as to how long it was going to take for them to even get to it. So I guess now it's a waiting game. But until then, we can only take half the kids someplace at a time. If we want to go all together, we're going to have to make multiple trips. So it's kind of a bummer, and I have no idea how much this is going to cost me. Now, I'm no engineer, but some back-of-the-napkin math has me convinced that this is going to work just fine for what I want it to do. The trick to building things like this out of stuff from your junk pile is reinforcement and gussets. Did I need all the angles that I'm starting to put together in this thing? No, but I think it looks cool. But having that angle in it like that is going to make it so that I can use shorter hydraulic rams to push this thing up and down. And, you know, those will probably be a lot cheaper than longer ones, I'd imagine. But if I'm being totally honest, I really just think it looks a lot cooler like this. It looks like a biomechanical, like robot arm bicep sort of a thing. And I don't know, it's aesthetically pleasing to me. So I'm sitting inside working on this very video that you're watching now when one of the kids walks up to my office and says that Searsha is sick. So I go outside and check on her. She's breathing really shallow and fast and has like no energy. When I get her to stand up, she just kind of wobbles and then lays down. Something's very wrong. And now the kids are all upset and crying because they think Searsha's going to pass. It's Saturday. All the regular vets are closed. So our only option is to take Searsha to the emergency vet, which is way back up where we dropped the vehicle off, 90 miles away. Oh, and it's probably going to be 3 times the cost because it's an emergency vet. So I load her up and I start taking her out there. And the whole way, all I can think about is what happened with Merlin. And so I know I'm doing the right thing, but gosh, this is just happening at the absolute wrong time. Because I don't even know yet how much the vehicle's going to cost to fix. And, you know, I'm on a pretty strict budget. So we get to the vet, we go inside, and she's like really out of sorts. She's growling at all the other dogs and barking and howling. I'd never actually heard her howl before. But she's just really not doing well. So they put us in our own little room. They did all the different blood tests that you would do for a dog that we thought was poisoned. He did an ultrasound to check all of her major organs to make sure that they weren't showing any signs of poison. Then did a whole nother round of different blood tests to see what else might be going on. After he got the results of those blood tests, there just didn't seem to be anything wrong with her. So he went through and palpitated her, and then he found it. A little tiny bump about that big with a little red mark on it.
The kids were so sad that Searsha wasn't doing well, and we really thought it was a very serious situation, and I think it was the right thing to do. Very pricey. Very pricey.
$650 to find out that this stray dog that weaseled her way into our hearts had been stung by a bee. And I'll tell you this much, that dog better learn some tricks that make me smile. She's going to need to start pulling her own weight around here. Such a dramatic dog. Ugh.
I mean, at least it was just a bee sting. So, we all slept well that night.
A few days later, I get a call from the dealership. They'd finally gotten around to looking at the car, and it was done. It took almost 2 weeks for them to look at it, and they were done fixing it in about 3.5 hours. Now, this is a beautiful drive from here to where the dealership is, so Cari and I decided to make it into a day trip. We were enjoying the scenery because I knew that as soon as we got there, it was going to feel like this. $2,000 for a throttle body, which is 4 bolts and a gasket, an electrical connector, which I very well could have done, and some proprietary software computer work, which is the reason I didn't know that the thing that I had replaced, the throttle position sensor, which is attached to the throttle body, didn't actually fix the problem. At one point I thought about changing out the throttle body, but because my first fix didn't work, I didn't just want to take a chance that this next one wasn't going to work either. And so that lack of confidence in that one particular area ended up costing us big time. And what I take away from that is to never doubt myself again.
That's a lot of money to make it go.
But I will say it's running better now than I think it's ever run since we've had it. So such is life. So I had an appointment to go and get my rib checked out. It's been 12 weeks and I'm feeling really good. Like there's no pain, there's a little bit of soreness, but nothing big. And I've continued to go to jiu-jitsu even though I had this injury, and I was just doing the drills and rolling really, really light. But now I have a doctor's okay, a clean bill of health.
It's really nice to see that Jason is no longer in pain because he could not sleep on that side, which is the snuggle cuddle side.
And that means I finally get to terrorize the people coming in on the free trial. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
And all of the noises. He's doing so much better. I'm thrilled.
With everything that's been going on, this is a much needed win. Well, this is how far I've gotten so far on the skid steer. That's kind of just like a mock-up of what a hydraulic cylinder might look like. I think it's coming along. Now I just got to duplicate that arm. Well, what can I say? We made some progress on the skid steer. And you know what I'm going for is kind of like a post-apocalyptic mech suit of some kind, like a first-generation Jaeger. The plan was to make a lot more progress, but that's why in our first year of living this way, we came up with the saying, plans make the best kindling. Because, you know, if I'm going to build something out of scrap metal, it should look like it's going to win some kind of a post-apocalyptic invasion war. Yeah. Look at that. That's awesome. You're going to reinforce something, might as well make it look like a talon. See? Gussets and reinforcement. That's what being a nerd and knowing how to weld will get you.
I kept expecting Jason to lose it, and I'm very proud that he really kept it together, and he just, okay, solution, where's the solution? Solution. I don't think he threw one tool. So, moving forward.
Be sure to subscribe so you can follow along with our adventure, as well as see all of our videos on how to make a lifestyle like this work for you too. I hope you had fun, and I'll catch you in the next one.
See you later, guys.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.